be joining me on my adventure through the places I've been dreaming to go to for so long. The Museum of Flight here in Seattle, Washington. Now gonna put my wristband on, which will only give me access to the museum.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. What does it say?
And my official visitor guide and map. As you can see on the front here, I can already see that it's the city of Everett, the first ever Boeing 747 ever built. So I'm guessing it's like here in the museum somewhere.
Okay.
But okay, let's go explore. You guys ready? Yeah. I hope you are. Well, welcome to the Museum of Flight. So behind me is a plane they used to carry mail with. Pretty old fashioned. I'm pretty sure they used to use these because the train would usually take too long. And FedEx did not exist yet.
And UPS.
Or UPS. So behind me here is a 737 300 or 400 model. 300 or 200 model. I don't know. This was owned by U.S. Airways, but it just says U.S. Air here. This is actually one of their liveries, like 2 decades after they started.
What's a livery, Tyler?
It's like paint. It's like a paint job of an airplane. So the 737, some 737 300 or 200 model. I'm pretty sure that it's a 200. I'm standing underneath the wing right now, so this spot above me right here, I'm pretty sure this is where the engine is. And then right behind me over here is the main landing gear. So basically, as you can see, the 737 didn't actually have any doors protecting the landing gear on the bottom, because if the landing gear doors would actually scrape the ground once the plane touched the ground. So they just decided not to put any doors to protect the landing gear at all, because the plane was actually meant to be for airports that weren't very mobile, that didn't really have any jetways or stairs or anything, because we know not over here. See this compartment right over here that contains stairs. They would usually come down when the door was opened, or the emergency slide would come up from that hatch box. So behind me are some military planes for the U.S. Air Force, the Navy, and down there, and even down below us, there's even a car plane or something like that. The first ever successful airplane, and when in 1903, that was when it was first powered, and it was also the world's first powered airplane. So the Wright brothers did, I'm pretty sure, a lot of studying and practicing. So we're now crossing the bridge to get to the other landing. Now we're in the Space Academy and Aircraft Pavilion, which is on the other side of that wall over there.
Okay.
Payload bay of the space shuttle. Oh, here you go. Oh my gosh. So we're here in the Aviation Pavilion now. Let's go check out some planes. Right behind me here is a former British Airways Concourse made by BAC, which is a French and English or British manufacturer. And this thing actually made the normally 10 or 16-hour flight between London Heathrow and JFK. It made it a lot shorter, like up to 5 or 6 hours. So that's very impressive. The two only disadvantages of the Concourse is that even though taxiing to the runway from the gates, it takes up a lot of fuel already. And two, the engines in the back, well, they made a lot of noise. Now, behind me here is the 747. This one is the first ever built. It's called the City of Everett. It was first debuted with Pan Am in 1979 or something like that. Then a few of the airlines that are up there were Pan Am, of course, BOAC, British Overseas Airlines Corporation, JAL, which is Japan Airlines, Lufthansa, TWA. I have no idea what that one is. A Continental, American, Northwest, United. What else? What's that one? Aer Lingus?
City of Everett.
This is because the first ever 747 was rolled out and made in Everett.
Everett.
Washington, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And what is the nickname for 747?
The Jumbo Jet. That's what we all call it.
Nice.
As I come inside the city of Everett.
747.
Yes, 747. we're inside the 747.
RA001.
That was the registration.
Queen of the Skies.
Yes. That's another one of its nicknames.
What if the century that was first? Wasn't in here, was it?
No.
It was in LA.
As you can see, the 747 has two Pratt & Whitney engines on both sides. And at the time of its building, it was the biggest plane in the world. That's until the A380 came in and kicked its butt. Now behind me here is the 787 Dreamliner. So they call it the Dreamliner because this is like the modern plane you've dreamt of for so long. What makes it modern is first the engines made by Rolls-Royce,
Mm-hmm.
and then the paint livery also itself makes it modern. Not to mention the very comfy interior. To read this article here, the first of the 21st century. The first 787 Dreamliner rolled out in 2007, 13 years after the predecessor, the 777. The new aircraft included many new design features intended to improve the passenger experience. The extensive use of carbon fiber composites allowed for larger windows and higher cabin pressure at altitude. A newly designed interior resulted in a spacious, more attractive cabin. No wonder why they call it the Dreamliner. I want you to come in with me on the 787 Dreamliner. Here. Now we are going to go inside the Dreamliner.
Hello.
It does even sound like the plane's actually running. We have to go around this way.
Can we? Pilot Liberato entering the cockpit.
Well, it's glassed off.
You don't even have to wind up looking for me because
Here's all the con glass. It even sounds like as if the plane's running. But it doesn't. A model of the 747 Dreamlifter, which carried all the 787 Dreamliner parts over to Renton and Everett for assembly. Actually, the Dreamlifter is actually just a converted 747 into a cargo plane. It's basically a Boeing's copycat of the Airbus Beluga. And you got some Boeing merch and another model which is the 787 Dreamliner. So this is the timeline of the Air Force. Started out from props, went up to bigger props, went up to the 707, which is right here next to us. Next they actually retired that 707, he was getting too old, and then they replaced it with this one with the baby blue livery. And then
JFK's time.
Yeah, this is JFK's time, Lyndon, Nixon, Carter, and Reagan. Oh, and the last one and the current one is the new Air Force One, which is the 747. Whoever went on was Bush, Clinton, President Bush, Bill Clinton,
President W. Bush,
and President Obama. And now currently Joe Biden. Thank you for joining me today on my adventure of the Museum of Flight. I will be now going into the gift shop to find some merch. Bye.